Beautiful. What is the soul? Is it really unchanging, eternal? Or is it just another way of us, tooting our own horns and getting more attached to just another level of myself? I love my clothes, I love my hair, I love my eyes, and I love my soul. Yet another thing that I can, Right, exactly. There's two aspects of the soul when we discuss it. One of them is the individual soul, and the other is the supreme soul. And there's no very, very clear way of explaining it, but the best way that I have found is the concept of the ocean. So we have an ocean, and just imagine for a moment that the ocean were infinite. So we're going to call that the supreme soul. Unchanging. And as I said, it's not a perfect analogy. The ocean, of course, changes. But it's the biggest, fullest thing we have that we can all picture. So we have the ocean. That's our supreme soul. Sun shines on it. Water evaporates. Those evaporated particles of water go into a cloud. The wind carries that cloud. Pressure causes some of the drops from that cloud to fall in different places. This is what in our lives we would call karma. The cycle of rebirth. That's what's pulled us out of the ocean. That's what's determined where the cloud has carried us. That's where it has determined when we fall out of the cloud. So the process is the same for everyone. But each molecule of water is being carried to a slightly different place, being dropped at a slightly different velocity. It's therefore going to end in a slightly different place. But each of those molecules is ocean, right? Came from the ocean. It's going back to the ocean. That's what gravity is. It's carrying it all back to the ocean. As I said, on the banks of Ganga, the source of water is the ocean. It's going to keep going there. Every single body of water is moving toward the ocean. Some more quickly, some more slowly. They're all moving. That drop falls. That's what we're going to call our individual soul. That individual soul now, based on where it has fallen, gets a body. The body could be the pristine Himalayan waterfalls. And that water flows down in Mother Ganga. And when people see it, they pray to it. They worship it. They drink it like nectar. They perform ceremonies to it. And it identifies as that, and therefore develops what we would call an ego. Look at that. I'm so pure, I'm perfect, I'm beautiful. People pray to me. People perform my arati. They drink me for liberation. But actually that drop is ocean. Another drop falls in the sewage. People plug their nose, sweep it away, walk on the other side of the street. That drop also identifies with that. Oh, I'm so bad, I'm ugly, I'm dirty, I'm smelly. But ultimately that is also ocean. And the purpose of each of their lives, you could say, is to get back to the ocean. Whatever they may be covered with, whatever path they may go on, ultimately it's to get back to the ocean. Now, once that drop merges back with the ocean, there is no drop anymore. There's only a drop until and unless it merges back with the ocean. So, our individual soul is taking these bodies, these incarnations. Now, this all really is not perfect because on one level it actually hasn't gone anywhere, and there never was evaporation, and there never was a cloud, and everything is actually just ocean. So that's, if you're listening to a radio or you're watching TV and you've got this channel turner. Well, all the channels are happening. They're all real. It just depends on which level you're looking. In this case, the channels are going deeper and deeper. On the deepest level, there were no drops. There was no evaporation. There are no clouds. There was no wind. There is nothing but ocean. But that's a really, really hard concept to wrap our brains around. And the problem with it is that when we don't really fully understand it, it lends itself to a lot of complacency. I'm already God. What's the point? It lends itself to ego. I'm already God. I'm divine. Worship me. It lends itself to what we call, a beautiful term coined by a wonderful meditation teacher in America, the term spiritual bypass, where we have a spiritual experience of the ocean, of the fact that there is nothing but ocean. And in the illusion that we are now done, because we are ocean, we don't bother to look at or address or deal with that which we're wrapped in, which for most of us is ignorance and anger and our identities and our expectations and our desires and our fears and our jealousies and all of that. We don't look at that. And this is where you get all of the difficulties of those on spiritual paths that we're witness to so frequently. So that actually is the fundamental truth. There's only one soul. It's never gone anywhere. It's never done anything. But on a level that is also true, just we've turned the channel, slightly less deep, slightly less capital T true, but at least something we can wrap our heads around, is the metaphor of the drops. That we're all in our own way the ocean. The core of who we are, the essence of who we are, that soul, is the divine. But we take our births, we keep coming back through this cycle of karma, of reincarnation, until we actually merge with the ocean. So it would be like if that drop of water, instead of relying on gravity, landed into a car. And that car took it for as long as the car could take it. And then the car broke down. And so now our drop needed a new car. And it got a new car, and then the new car took it a little bit farther along the way. And then that car broke down. And it kept getting newer and newer cars until it actually reached the ocean. So that's what we talk about with coming back. Until we've actually merged. And now there's no saying that you have to get lots of cars. This is the power of grace. This is the power of awakening. And this is what all of the enlightened ones, all of the saints and the sages and the rishis have told us is it's available right here, right now. There's nothing you have to become or do or memorize and then give back. All you have to do is awaken to it. And the minute you do, the drop merges with the ocean. And even still in a body, that soul is